Morning.
Hiya. Morning, Zig.
Grief. What brings you here at this hour?
What do you mean? Been busy haulaging for an hour and a half. Anyway, I've got to see Dad. Business.
I thought he was supposed to have retired.
Ooh, you sound like Kim. What's that you're eating? Oh, do you know how much sugar's in that?
So?
Well, don't blame me when your system packs up.
Oh, and tell me, Mr. Health Food, did you pass these pearls of wisdom on to Kathy Merrick at dinner the other night? Oh, forgot. She stood you up, didn't she?
So? Well, a letter from Clive Davis. Felt the need to say how delighted we are with our treatment from Tate's. Yuck. Told him.
Yes. A test on the water from the fish farm. They're positive.
So it is crypto.
Spiridium, yes.
Good work, love. You did well spotting that.
I think the contamination's coming from Emmerdale Farm slurry tank.
Hey, just a minute.
Yes, Dad.
Oh, don't give me that wide-eyed, innocent look. When are you going back to university? Term started 2 weeks ago. What's going on?
Hide a lighter, small like.
Oh no, Doctor wrote it down, Mr. Turner. Cryptospondiosis. I'm the first case.
Lucky old you.
It's a little bug. Lives in animal sewage. When it rains, it gets west into rivers and reservoirs with muck off fields. People who use water, like water skiers, they catch it off water.
Since when have you been water skiing?
I haven't. I got it from fish farm. It's probably contaminated.
Well, if it's so infectious, why haven't I got it?
Because you don't spend most of your day up to your neck in it.
Poppycock, Seth. It's your constitution is the trouble. And you spend half your life drinking in the Woolpack and the other half eating Meg's bread and dripping sandwiches.
Tell you what else and all, you might be liable.
Liable?
That's how it takes been to see me. She sort of check it out with environmental health people.
Zoe Tate. That damn family's only been here 3 minutes. Why should they stick their noses in? Any chance of you coming back to work this week?
Got a sick note for a fortnight.
What?
Might be longer if I have a relapse.
This place will look a lot better when we got rid of all this old stuff. What time are Kate and Joe off?
No, this afternoon sometime.
Oh, it's all right for some. I could do with a holiday.
You've only just been away skiing.
I know, but I'm always ready for another one. Do you think they want someone to help carry their luggage?
No. But I could use someone to help me out with all the work they're leaving behind.
Don't look at me, pal.
No, I wasn't.
Make the most of it. You're not putting your feet on my sofa.
Ben coming today?
Yep, 4-ish. It's picking my stuff up in Houghton first.
Poor old Matt and Dolly, eh? All that's left of a marriage. A few bits and bobs that neither of them want.
There's more to marriage than furniture. Anyway, they'll be grateful for the money when this stuff's sold.
Yeah. Well, it's our home now.
You mean mine and yours, not ours.
Cautious, aren't we?
You bet. Right then, I'm off. See you.
Yeah.
Morning, Mr. Turner. Can I come in?
If you must.
I think I know what made your gamekeeper ill. There's evidence of Cryptosporidium muris.
Look, my dear, if I had £1 for every time Seth Armstrong has swung the lid, I'd be living at Home Farm instead of you. He goes out and gets drunk, has an upset stomach, and then tries to blame me in the hope of getting compensation. You're just encouraging him with all this talk of fancy diseases.
It's not a disease, it's an organism, and you've got it. I took a water sample from your fish farm and had it tested.
What? You took a sample without my permission?
I think I did ask you and you said no.
Well, that's even worse. How dare you?
I am sorry, Mr. Turner, but there is definite evidence of pollution. It's probably not your fault.
It most certainly isn't.
The contamination didn't start at your fish farm.
I'm sorry?
This organism is usually found in animal sewage. In this case, if I'm right, it's a slurry that spread on the fields your feeder stream runs through.
But my feeder stream runs through Emmerdale land.
I'm on my way to see them now. I think the slurry tank's leaking.
Do you mean I'm being poisoned by the Sugdens?
That's not exactly how I'd put it, no.
Oh, typical. I think I'll come with you. Thank you very much for this information, Miss Tate.
It's only a theory at the moment, Mr. Turner.
When you know the Sugdens as well as I do. Come on. poisoned by the Sugdens, eh? Typical.
Morning.
Spending a lot of time in the pond, aren't you?
Yes, well, it's a good time of year to get things straightened out.
So long as you don't neglect the rest. These plants look a bit sorry for themselves, don't they?
Yeah, well, it is the dormant season. I mean, they usually look like this in January.
Pick up in the spring, do they?
Yes, yeah.
Right, I'll leave you to it then. I've got other fish to fry.
Right.
Joe, I have a word, please.
Yeah.
I take it you know Zoe Tate. I'm informed by her that you have contaminated me.
What?
Oh, well, that's typical, isn't it? You put my business in jeopardy and all you can do is laugh.
I'm sorry, Alan, but what's up?
What?
Cryptosporidium.
Yes, thank you. In your slurry. It's poisoned my water supply and put my principal worker in hospital. That's correct, isn't it, Zoe?
It could be. Contaminated slurry appears to have got into Mr. Turner's water. Might be an idea to make sure that your slurry tank isn't leaking.
And what?
Your cattle will have to be tested. Yearling calves are quite vulnerable to this organism, especially in intensive rearing conditions.
Well, the tank's certainly been full since we expanded the beef herd.
Perhaps you should try and find another way of getting rid of it.
Before you poison somebody else.
Now, hang on. We don't know that it has yet.
But we will. And if I find out that your slurry has poisoned my water supply, I shall have no recourse but to report you to the National Rivers Authority.
Cheek of that man. After all he's done to me.
The tests on the calves, they should be done quite soon. Well, can't you do them? A fecal smear has to be taken and checked for the parasite. It's a job for the vet. Thought you were one. Student.
Oh, you could do it, though, couldn't you?
Well, if the vet'll let me, I could ring them.
Right, come on. You can use my phone.
I'll come straight to the point. I've got a large fish in my freezer, Mr. Tate.
Really?
It's not for eating, it's ornamental.
Mr. Brilly, I may look like a man of leisure, but I've got a hell of a lot to do and
You see, only explanation as I can come up with is that by some freak of back pressure, creature was sucked into the sewage system and then somehow got itself regurgitated in my cubicle.
What are you talking about?
Carpers I've got in my fridge.
Carp?
Aye, I knew you kept them up here. I wondered if it might be one of yours. Of course, it could have been a heron. I suppose it might have dropped it in sewage works at Otten.
Do you know my gardener?
Huh? Nick? Oh, aye, he's quite a good customer of mine.
Is he now?
Well,
He said okay.
great. I'll give you a hand.
I can manage.
All right. Tea?
Thanks. I'm sorry about Alan Turner. He seems to have overreacted a bit.
Wouldn't be for the first time.
It is quite serious, you know. If it is your slurry that's leaking, we are going to have to inform the National Rivers Authority.
And then what?
Don't know. Not done it before. Have to sort your tank out, I suppose. Maybe even move it. Have you looked at ways other than muck spreading of getting rid of your slurry?
No, but I think we're going to have to.
Hang on a minute, Bill. I'll keep you a minute.
Ah, you're all right, Henry. I've got rest of my life. What's left in it?
What'll it be?
I'll have a half.
Large one, please, Henry.
Hang on a minute. There's a queue here.
You're all right. Serve him first. Obviously, his needs greater than mine.
Thank you, Will.
Bit early for you, Alan.
Well, I've had a very trying day, and you'll have to shoulder the responsibility for that, indirectly.
Oh, yes.
There is Cryptosporidium at the fish farm.
What's that when it's at home?
It's a nasty little bug that has got into my water via the slurry tank at Emmerdale. That's what made Seth Armstrong ill.
Oh, I see. I'm very sorry to hear that.
Oh, it'll take more than an apology, Henry.
Another?
No, thank you. With my principal worker off sick, I've hardly a moment to myself.
Morning, Mr. Turner. Any news about Seth?
Well, he'll live, but he's going to be off work for at least a fortnight.
Well, while we're on this subject...
No, I'm sorry, I don't have any time now. I'm far too busy.
Charlie.
Where's Amos?
Home farm, hot on the trail of the strange tale of the appearing carp. It's a mystery.
Certainly is to me, man. Give us a pint and a bottle of brown, will you?
I always thought students went to college to study. Or is that too straightforward? I know you have long holidays, but not into February, surely.
I was due back at Edinburgh 2 weeks ago.
So what's wrong? Have you dropped out?
I don't know.
I'm an expert on dropping out. Out of love, out of life, out of sight. You name it, I've dropped out of it at one time or another. So what's the problem? I mean, you seem to be doing okay.
I suppose I'm beginning to wonder if I'm cut out for it.
Must be more to it than that.
I'm not very impressed with the attitude of some of the local farmers. They're a sexist bunch.
That's true. But I've never come across a farmer who didn't appreciate a good vet, male or female. Too much of their money wandering around on 4 legs for it to be otherwise.
You reckon I should stick it out?
Well, that's up to you. You'll never change them, but you might win their respect. And if people like you who care give up, we'll be left with the ones who don't. I know who I'd rather work with. And that's got nothing to do with you being a female.
Hello? Yeah, is that Houghton Aquatics? Right. I was wondering, can you tell me how much your koi carp are? How much? Oh. Well, do you do any discount for bulk?
All with me.
Right, that's it. We'll send you a postcard.
It'll be more than that. You ring me as soon as you get there.
Don't worry, we will.
Bye.
Bye, love.
And don't stand any nonsense from Mark and Rachel, will you?
Oh, I can handle them. I can handle you, too. And I don't want any more nonsense from you two either.
What?
You know what I mean. You've had a difficult 3 months. Enjoy your holiday, sort yourselves out, and when you come back, no more rows.
Right.
OK. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Just before we go, Kate's got something to tell you.
Well, we don't want to tell everybody just yet, but I'm going to have a baby.
Oh, Kate, Joe, that's wonderful news. Congratulations.
Thanks, Mark.
And we're not going to tell the others till we get back.
No.
Oh, I'm so pleased for you both.
Bye-bye, then.
Come on, we've got a plane to catch.
Look after yourselves.
Thank you. See you soon.
Never mind that.
Daddy's things.
You're home early. Moving house. Oh, I thought you'd come to give Jack a hand with the milking. Where are they all going?
Houghton Market. I'm selling them all off for Matt and Dolly.
Is that our table?
Yes, Sam. I did tell you about it.
Yes, I know. I didn't realise it was today, that's all. Come on, children, let's go and get some tea.
That's Daddy's chair. He sits in that when he comes home from work.
Does he?
We have to take it to him.
Yes. All this in the lounge, please. I'll show you.
You can check your diary as much as you like, but as far as I'm concerned, it's tomorrow or nothing. You can? Good. Tomorrow then.
Hi, Dad.
Hello, Zoe.
Oh, that's better. It's freezing out there.
You look a mess.
Oh, thanks, Dad. I've been up at Emmerdale checking out their slurry tank.
And?
I think it is responsible for contaminating Turner's water.
What did he say?
What didn't he say? I'll tell you what, there is no love lost between Turner and the Sugdens.
Under that calm, rural exterior, it's all going on.
If it is their slurry, they'll really have something to fight about. Oh, well. We'll know tomorrow.
And what about you? What will you be doing tomorrow?
Not now, Dad.
Are you going back to university?
Dad, not now.
That won't wash. I want a straight answer.
Well, I can't give you one.
There you are, love. Now, where's Sam? You eat your egg. I'll go and fetch him. Oh, drat that door.
Where's your dad?
Living room, why?
I need a favour.
Oh, something smells awful. What's in there?
Weed killer and dead fish.
What?
I had a bit of an accident with a pond and I've...
Killed all the old man's prize koi carp.
Yeah, I've cleared them all out. But I'm going to replace them. The thing is, though, they cost a fortune.
So what do you want me to do?
Well, the pond will purify itself, but I don't know when. And seeing as you said you were doing some water samples anyway...
All right. It'll cost you. I'm not paying for lab fees.
Yeah, sure, fine. Well, how long will this take?
Day or two?
Great. Well, we'll go and do it now then, shall we?
You are desperate, aren't you?
I was beginning to enjoy this job.
You're never going to cook it.
Of course not.
Chuck it in dustbin then.
Nay, I need it as evidence to confront Nick Bates with.
Nick Bates?
Because Mr. Tate thinks he might have something to do with it.
Why would Nick Bates leave a dead fish in our lavatory?
Oh. Hello, Mrs. Sugden.
Where's Sam?
Oh, not again. I thought he was next door with you.
He must be around the farm somewhere again.
Will he be all right?
No, he shouldn't be wandering around on his own.
Would you like me to help you look for him?
If you could spare the time.
Of course.
For God's sake!
Hello. Comfy in there?
Well, I've been up as far as the Connelton Road.
Kathy?
No sign of him.
Anything's happened to him. I'll never forgive myself.
Oh, now, Ma, stop talking like that.
I feel dreadful. You leave him with me and he vanishes twice in a fortnight.
He's not in any of the outbuildings.
Well, should we call Sergeant MacArthur?
You naughty boy, where have you been? Oh, dear,
He was hiding away in your wardrobe. Stowing away.
Sam, you frightened me.
I recommend a week in the brig and a diet of ship's biscuit.
Oh, thanks for looking after him for me, Mr. Pollard.
Anytime. He said he was off to see Matt. Thought we were taking the furniture to him.
Oh, Sam, you silly boy.
Well, that's a single-parent family for you.
Oh, you know all about that, do you, Mr. Pollard?
Just offering an opinion, Dolly, that's all.
Well, thanks for your help, Pennyroth.
Anytime. You know that. Evening. Bye, Sam.
Come, Sam, you must be famished.
What'd you do that for?
Hi, Dad. I think it's time we talked.
This is all I need, Ma. I just don't know what to do. He understands about Matt leaving. We've talked it through. I just don't know what else I can do.
Maybe you shouldn't be going on the course.
Mrs. Tate seems to think it's very important.
Isn't Sam important?
Yes, of course he is. But I am entitled to a life of my own. I've got hopes and ambitions. I'm not just a machine that feeds, clothes and tidies up after a child. Besides, I need the job to support Sam.
Matt'll do that.
I don't want him to do it all. I've spent God knows how long getting away from him. It's about time I stood on my own 2 feet. All right, Ma?
All right, Dolly. Just go easy on Sam, that's all.
Annie was really grateful you were there to help.
Didn't do much. Anyway, she thinks I should be up with Jack doing the milking.
Oh, yes, at the very least.
I think she's rather puzzled by the arrangement.
Well, you can't blame her.
I don't think she and Jacob drew up a contract.
I've been single too long to fall into some cosy domestic routine. And I don't want to drift into being a farmer's wife.
Oh, it's not all that bad, Sarah.
Cassie, I didn't mean...
Don't be daft. We're different sorts of people, you and me. Look, as long as Jack's happy with the arrangement.
He's learning to be.
Good evening.
Evening.
Hi.
You mustn't feel guilty for responding normally. It's a good sign.
Yeah, I know. I'll go and have a quick word, I think.
Of course.
I owe you an apology.
I'm not used to being stood up.
I'm sorry, it wasn't very polite of me.
Why did you?
It's not something I can explain easily, not here and now.
Then perhaps we should talk about it some other time. Just the two of us.
I don't know. I'm not sure that's a good idea. Look, let me get you a drink. It's the very least I can do.
No, it's all right. I'm getting one for someone else. Maxine, come and meet Kathy. Stay and have a drink with us.
No, thanks. I'd best get back.
What does Duke Ellington go under, D or E?
E. Duke's his name. Not a flipping title.
Sorry. When I took the cattle smears up to the lab this afternoon, I took the top road. It's the most amazing countryside, you know. Made me realise how much I love it here. How much I want to stay.
If you leave Edinburgh now, you're a mug. All that work, time, energy will be lost. Wait until you're qualified, then see what happens. Want to pack it in then? We'll talk about it. But you think long and hard before you do something as stupid as throwing the towel in, my girl.
I have.
Eh?
I'm going back. I am not a mug, even if I don't know if Duke Ellington goes under D or E.
So what made you change your mind? Sorting out this water disease thing?
Yes. Made me feel like I could contribute something, that I could help people. It was also something Jack Sugden said.
Jack Sugden from Emmerdale?
About not giving up and leaving the field clear to the ones who don't care.
Well, I've been telling you that all along.
I know, I just had to learn it for myself and hear it from a farmer. Don't worry, Dad, I will go back, get qualified, and then I'll show them what's what.